Hey, Singers from the Hidden Levels here with a achievement guide 100% walkthrough for Steins Gate 0. The game was released on February 21st or 22nd on 2017. It is only available in the Japanese marketplace, so you'll have to switch to Japan region to get this game, and it is only available digitally. Alright, so once you start up the game, go to config, and we want to get the achievement as quickly as possible. So we're gonna change the top line to that which says Shinai, which means no. That's the only one we're gonna change, and then we're gonna press RT to go to text, and then we're gonna max out the first and the second one, and then we'll start a new game. It's optional to change the third one to Spette if you want, which means all, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, so the very first option we changed actually doesn't stop when there's a trigger, so you'll have to kind of stop when it says quick save. On the November 23rd, when it says quick save on this, first you want to open up the phone with LT and go to Rine, R-I-N-E, to read the message, and then press A to reply. Anything doesn't matter, you'll get an achievement. There's an achievement for reply. And then load the quick save. That's quick save 01 it should be. And then once again go open up the Rine, and then but instead of replying, just close it with B. But you have to read it. You have to open up the Rine app, but just close it. And then on November 29th, there's gonna be a call. Ignore that call. Don't answer it. Yeah, there's gonna be a call from Chris. Just close the phone with the LT or B, and then Okabe, the main character, will answer automatically. And this gives you 2 tips. It's very important. And on December 5th, you're gonna get another call. Ignore this to receive another tip. Yeah, this, as you may have already noticed, this video is heavily edited. I'm skipping everything by pressing LB, and I'm editing everything out because it's gonna be a full spoiler if I keep everything in. So it's very heavily edited. There's like 10 minutes, like 5-10 minutes of video missing from this. So yeah. On December 15th, you're gonna get a call from Chris again. Make a save and save slot 1. It's okay if you answer or not answer, but the more important thing is after the call, the main character is gonna be like, maybe I should turn off the phone and turn it off. Like, it's all in Japanese, so you probably don't understand, but press LT to open it after the quick save icon, and it's gonna say that means do you want to turn off your phone, like and you should choose OK. And I kind of mess up here. I'm not sure. You use the left and right stick to select, but I wasn't sure if the white is actually selected or not selected, so I was going back and forth. So I end up, white ends up being the selected, so I pick it later, and you want to see that black screen when it turns off. Now go until January 2nd. You're gonna get a call from Chris again. So make a save in slot 2. Ignore this call, just not answer it, and you'll get an ending, Twin Automata. Yeah, once the Twin Automata chapter starts up, that means you're in the right path and you'll get that ending. Alright, I'm gonna skip to the end and get some achievements. After you get the ending, a bunch of stuff's gonna unlock, like extra CG, sound, movie, all that good stuff. We'll be accessing that much later, but for now, you're gonna get an achievement for the ending itself. Now load up the save in slot 2. Instead of ignoring it, let's answer the call this time. You open up the phone and answer it. And we'll skip to January 15th now. There's gonna be another call from Chris. Let's make a save in slot 3 this time. I actually ignore the call first. You can do either way. You have to do both. You have to ignore the call and answer the call. Each one leads to one ending. So yeah, do either one. The order doesn't matter. Yeah, you'll get one of the endings and then load up the save from slot 3 and do the other action. You'll get the other ending. Yeah, nothing else to do after. You just skip all the way. Yeah. Whatever you did, if you answered the call the first time, ignore it this time. If you ignored it, answer it this time. That's all. And then you're gonna get the other ending. If you got both endings, now let's load up the save in slot 1. It's important that you have these endings before you go back to the save in slot 1, because that's the only way you can get the true ending. Okay, once you have that loaded, do whatever you want with this call. It doesn't matter. But now when Okabe says let's turn off the phone, ignore that, just skip. And then after a little bit in the next scene, you're gonna get a message. Don't skip here, like just press A to progress, and you're gonna get a message pretty soon. Once you get the message, press LT to open up the phone. You should get it right about now. There you go. Yeah. Open up the phone, go to the Rhine app, and then read that message. And back out. I read it a couple times just in case. Yeah, and then back out. And then start skipping again. And you'll get to January 23rd and get a call from Chris. Save here. Answer this call, and that'll be one of the endings. And then load up that save in slot 4 and ignore the call this time, and you'll get the other ending. And that is all the endings. You've seen all the endings once you've done that. And then I'll talk about the other stuff you have to do to complete this game. Yeah, I make it look like this is a 10-minute game, but it's not really. It's I edited out so much of the content, as if I leave it all in, then it's you don't have to buy the game. You can just read text. So, yep. All right, that's all the endings. You got all the achievements for the endings now. Now we'll do the other stuff. We'll go to extras menu. By this time, the only thing you should be missing is the CG, movie, sound tips, clear list, that kind of stuff. So go to each one of those things. Go to the clear list. You get an achievement. You can see I only play 1 hour 10 minutes. That's how long it took me to finish the game. Go to CG library. You just need to go in there. You don't have to do anything. I spent some time looking through them, but you only need to access the menu itself, and then go to the sound menu, the movie menu, and you'll get all the achievements. I wait for them to unlock, so it takes some time. And then after you do all that, I just make sure, I just try to make sure I have everything. Make sure everything unlocks as expected, because there's like 25% CG, 50% CG, 100% CG. Yeah, and the sound and movie is actually the same thing, so you don't have to access it separately. Tips is the more interesting one. You do have to read them all, so you can't leave anything in green. You have to read it all by clicking on it. And there's like 250 of them, so it takes some time, but just scroll through and press A on them, As long as they're turned all white, you'll get the achievement. Because if you follow my walkthrough, you have all the tips, so you'll definitely get the achievement, and it keeps unlocking. Yep. Once you read all the tips, you'll get the tips achievement for reading all of the tips, and then you'll get the final achievement, which is to the resting place, and it's actually for I end up like I still missing like 80 tips because I accessed tips menu before, and so I start reading them again, make sure everything is marked off. Yep. And I left this in so I can talk about the game a little bit. Yeah, it's a really easy 1K. I wish the PlayStation actually has this in English, so I wish it was actually available in English, then I could have enjoyed the story. I obviously only speak a little bit of Japanese. I can't, not good enough to read and understand this level. So yeah, that's unfortunate, but at least it's like an hour, 10-minute, hour 1K. So if you're looking for easy achievements, easy gamer score, this is it. Probably not too many games get as much easier than this. Maybe Energy Cycle comes to mind recently. So that's like a 15-minute 1000, but still very easy, very enjoyable. 1K. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and no, I didn't want to spoil the entire story or put this whole thing up. It'll be unfair to 5PB, the publishers. So yeah, very heavily edited video. I hope it helps. I got the basic idea of how to do this from the PlayStation Trophies website. So thank you for the author who did the walkthrough, and I hope you enjoyed what you watched. Thank you for watching. My name is Ingris from the Hidden Levels. There's your 1K. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll be back with more videos very, very soon.